the Nashville area. You know, we have a lot of outstanding things or majors in which a person can come here and get a degree. And it's just so many things that, that attracted me to TSU. And the basketball program has been something that's brought a great deal of pride to the university, to me personally, and we just want to continue those things.
You know, Coach, I think what would be interesting to many of our viewers is to be able to have you to sort of summarize your career here at Tennessee State University in terms of your players and in terms of the activity, you know, where the institution was 7 years ago when you arrived in terms of its basketball program, and the achievements that you've enjoyed and where you are now, and then we'll talk about the team and some other things. But let's look at it from that perspective.
Well, let me say this. Tennessee State, the legacy, as I mentioned, has always been an outstanding basketball program. If you go back into the 50s and the great John McLendon, the 3 NAIA national championships, Tennessee State was the first to win 3 consecutive championships at any level, at any collegiate level. Then you go into the 60s and 70s with Harold Hunter and my good friend Ed Martin, the success that the basketball program had then. That's when Tennessee State was a Division II program, but they were the best in Division II, winning national championships, being ranked #1 nationally back in 1972. So when the call came out to go to Division I, perhaps at that particular time, Tennessee State was not prepared to take on the challenges of Division I basketball for a number of reasons. Maybe not having enough resources, maybe been one of them, just maybe not having the background for it. But yeah, I witnessed the fact that we had been successful, you know, when we were playing on a level playing field. So I think through several coaches, the time was just right for Tennessee State to be what it rightfully should be, an outstanding Division I basketball program. So, you know, the success that I enjoyed was through a lot of hard work and a lot of people rallying behind the basketball program. I had the support from the top in terms of the administration. I was very fortunate to go out and bring in some outstanding assistant coaches who've since moved on to be head coaches in their own right, in particular Ricardo Patton, who's a native of Nashville. We built the program one step at a time. We brought in good players who were also good student athletes, and we were able to go out and compete. And sometimes when you have success, it's just not one person, but it's being able to be maybe the one person being the head coach to go out and get the right people and put them in the right position, getting them doing the right things. And you know, through the course of about 2 or 3 years, we were able to win our first OVC championship, back-to-back championships with back-to-back NCAA appearances. It's the first time that the university had experienced that success on the Division I level. But as I said, they were used to winning. And now to be able to do it at the highest level, I think makes us all feel proud and knowing what can be accomplished. You know, we went on and won a 3rd championship in terms of the regular season. We didn't win in the tournament that next year, but in the 6 years, we've won 3 championships. And we are a championship program, but it's been built through nothing more than the hard work, having a plan in place, and sticking to the course. There were some frustrating times. There were some times when, you know, I didn't think that maybe we could get over the hump. But through the grace of God and through a lot of hard work and, you know, and people just out and out pulling for you to be successful, we've maintained a championship status. And as we look into this next season, you know, we've been picked as one of the top 2 or 3 teams in our league. And we're looking forward to trying to, you know, go out and tackle that challenge also to staying up there at the top.
Very good. You know, Coach, one thing I'd like to do is to find out some of the players that you've been associated with over the number of years that you've been here. And some, we know that you've sent them, they've gone off to the professional ranks, and some of the coaches have also assumed head coach positions and whatnot. And we want to talk about that as an area that people are probably interested in when we come back. We are coming up to our first commercial break. And I really didn't want to raise another question to get you to talk about the team and some of the other things that we're going to talk about, and have to interrupt you after 10 or 15 seconds, because that would be what the situation. But that's what we want to do. We want to try to at least put the basketball program in this 1997 year in some kind of perspective from your point of view. And we'll be back with